Hi, Pep. You mentioned how well Vitor Pereira has done at Wolves. How difficult do you think it is as a coach to come in mid-season when the team is losing, maybe the players don't naturally fit your style, and to turn it around in the way he has?
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes don't. I think the previous manager, Bernard O'Reilly, so always is an excellent manager. So they beat us last season, playing really well defensively in the transition. So yeah, sometimes you make a click, you don't know why sometimes it works, but I'm pretty sure Pereira is an experienced manager, doing an incredible job. And always, I said the feeling, always Wolves had exceptional players, with the playing at high levels in the previous teams, and always they are good.
And one of the things that Vitor Pereira likes to do is go to the pub with the fans after a match. Have you ever considered it, a beer with the fans? Vitor Pereira, after matches, likes to go to the pub with fans for a beer.
Yeah? Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, that's good.
Would you consider it with the City fans, maybe after the FA Cup?
I'm waiting the offer.
What's your Wetherspoons of choice?
I like wine, but I will take a beer as well in that period. I didn't know it. Good.
Hi, Pep. Just back to Erling. Have you got any idea of when he will be able to be
soon?
Back in?
I think he's getting better. So he's injured for 4-6 weeks. Now he's in between 4 and 5. So the injury is not easy. This Moses is a tricky injury, but he's making partial training. Yesterday, almost fully training. He's getting better. Hopefully, in the next games can be that.
And the under-18s in the FA Youth Cup final on Monday. Have you been on top of their progress? They've got, I think, 27.
They make an incredible job. The manager make that team making a step in terms of intensity, aggressivity, and we never had before here. So congratulate him, of course, for the incredible. For again succeed, and I think the players are much better than was maybe 1 or 2 seasons ago. They develop many things that is necessary to compete in the highest level. So, very proud.
Sorry, Pep, just going back to Haaland there, but is there a time scale, or do you want him to play in England before the Club World Cup, or what's the thought?
I hope so. Yeah, I think he will be able to play. Yeah, before the World Cup, yeah.
Is the FA Cup final something that could possibly happen?
I'm pretty sure all of them, they want to play it. When you reach a final FA Cup, everyone will be involved, yeah, but it depends on how they feel, how they recover. So now is a period you have to be certainty. So it's not already qualified here, we don't play for anything. After that, you can do things, but now is a final every single game. We make an incredible effort. The last 11 games unbeaten since Nottingham Forest away. Just we make 1 draw against United away. So we cannot be distracted for anything else to Wolves. So the rest, we have time to think about it, and day by day, seeing the training session, the fishers, doctors, what are going to say? We're going to try to make the right decisions.
Hi, Pep. Sorry, this is a quite specific question, but going back to the Bournemouth game in the FA Cup, when you did the substitution at half-time with Kusanov going off and O'Reilly coming on, do you remember, was that more for O'Reilly to give you more at left-back, or was it more about Gvardiol helping you with the build-up in the middle?
No, one of the reasons was Kusa had a yellow card, and I didn't want to take a risk, and we want to push a little bit more for the left. And yeah, in that moment, I didn't think that Nico is going to play the minutes, is going to play the amount of minutes, and Josko come in the middle. In that moment, it's true that we have injuries. Of course, we have Victor and Kusa, but they are so young in that moment. But that proves that don't take for granted your position in start 11, and don't take for no granted that you aren't going to play tomorrow. So if you tell me, I said many times, that you tell me in the decisive part of the season to qualify for the Champions League, it's going to play Mateus or Nico all the time in that positions, and just in the middle will say, no, it's not possible. But it happened because they are playing good. They are stable, they are playing good, and we have a good process, and the combination for all of them, it suits. So that is the only reason why. So now reflect why Nico play in November, December, January, February, or Makati don't play November, December, January, February. We didn't play much. Why you shouldn't do it, Pep? We should have done it. Yeah. In that moment, I thought maybe they were not ready. Maybe they were. So, and now look what happened. So they are ready. So that's why they play.
In terms of Josko, is it possible to think long term, like next year, the year after? Do you see him as a centre back or a left back, or is it just how it
can play both perfectly, but in certain back and is doing less mistakes, and that day before, month before is much solid, stable, and of course can play that. Yeah, definitely, he proved he can do that.
Hi, Pep. After the FA Cup win the other day, it sort of got us thinking about what the summer would look like after the Club World Cup and the short sort of time frame between finishing in America and the season starting. Given the injuries and things that you've had this season, how much thought have the club put into the rest that the players are going to get in the summer?
That's what it is. Chelsea will have the same problem, I think. The other team go there and the other teams as well. So maybe here we start a little bit earlier. It will depend if we will play the Community Shield or not. If we are able to beat the final against Crystal Palace, always we change, our schedule. So, yeah, we see. After the final against Crystal Palace, we'll see exactly the days we have. But we knew it in the beginning that the next season, pre-season, will be a short time. But, yeah, hopefully if we have fit players, we can rotate and we can handle it, I think so. The problem is we have a lot of injuries. We had that problem this season. Now we'll have problems, big problems.
But I suppose, irrespective of whether you make the Community Shield or not, it's going to be a really, really short summer. I mean, what can you do to sort of mitigate that? Because you are someone that likes to give 4 or 5 weeks off in a normal summer.
I don't know. I would like to give weeks off, but we cannot give it to them. So, I don't know. Try to be during the season a lot of match day off as possible. Try to, to create a good environment in the team that they are happy to come here to train and play games and day by day. So, to be honest, I don't know, because you need rest that we cannot give them. The players need to be disconnected mentally and physical way, but the schedule is the schedule.
Pep, is Ederson ready to be in goal yet?
Yeah.
So will he be back tomorrow?
Yeah, we decide, but his training is recovery. Yeah.
With Erling, is there a danger that if you do give him any minutes, that it could lead to a setback?
I need to speak with the doctors in the physio. So the last game, for example, against Nottingham Forest in a semi-final FA Cup, he said, I'm not ready. So when he will feel ready, the doctor said, yeah.
So can he be on the bench tomorrow?
I'm saying, yesterday training, today we're going to train, and after we talk like every game with the doctors, I'm going to say, first the player, how does he feel, and after the doctors as well. So, I don't know. I don't know yet, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.